Happy Father's Day. We are live. I'm gonna wait and see. Uh, let people hit the skip ad button as they choose. Typically, you can skip ads within 5 seconds. So maybe there's more people waiting. I thought about skipping today uh, because it's Father's Day, and yeah, I didn't. So looks like we only got like 5 of us in here. Now it's down to one. What the heck? And one of them's my wife.
Sorry, I'm not even watching.
You're not even watching, bro. Like my wife's not even watching it, and there's only one. Anyhow, how's the stock market doing? I haven't looked what the week performance was. Let's check it out real quick. Last week S&P ended up down 3.25%. Nasdaq ended up down 1.69%. And the Dow Jones ended up down 2.87%. That's a nice big number that it fell under. Fell under 30,000. That could be a clue, or that could be a sign. People, you know, all those certain points, right? Are kind of like entry points, right? Okay, Dow hits 30,000. Let's put a little bit in. um Year to date, down is the Dow is down 18.3. If it hit 20%, put some more in. S&P 500's down 23%. I'm sure that some institutions are pouring a little bit in right now. Nasdaq's down 31% year to date, and I'm sure that's a point where uh people are buying. They're stepping into this market. um what's driving it? Well, obviously, inflation is driving it. Higher interest rates. Uh, $5.97 for a gallon of gas today. I have a feeling we might start seeing that tick down. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's really the answer, right? Get our gas prices under control, and then then we would have deflation. Um, is that a good thing? Well, it's a good thing for our pocketbooks, but we'll see, right? Because once you get the gas prices under control, everything else can start coming down. Then a lot of these retailers were reporting an overabundance of inventory, and if that's the case, then you can see a lot of retail pricing come down as well. So, um, what else? Went and had me and my wife went and had ice cream cookies, a pizookie, this afternoon. We didn't do much for Father's Day. Both my kids are out working. Um, might be going to lunch tomorrow. We'll see. Hope you guys had a good one. There's a poll question out there talking about what's the best Father's Day gift, right? A tie. Does anybody wear ties anymore? Is there anybody with ties anymore? Um, a beer, or barbecue and beer, or barbecue. Is that how it went? It was a beer, barbecue, or a barbecue and beer. So go ahead and answer that. Looks like we got about 19 of you stragglers in here. So we'll go ahead and what else do I got? Do I got anything else? Oh, markets closed on Monday. Federal holiday, Juneteenth. So we got a 4-day trading week, and I don't know. We'll see. I think we got to see where the market's going to build some support here. Gary was in here. He says, happy Father's Day to all the dads. Yes, happy Father's Day. Matt Money says, I'm here in an off chance All Good decides to show up. Chris Crispy says, time to buy Bitcoin and thank me in 5 years. There you go. Everybody buy Bitcoin. Knife says, happy Father's Day, dads. And she was first. You heard it here, folks. She also says, GW, fun fact, he is obsessed with tortilla chips. I am, for some reason. Trying to find the perfect tortilla chip. Sam's Club right now has some pretty decent ones. I don't even know what brand it is. On the Border. I think it's a restaurant, On the Border. But they have some bagged tortilla chips in regular tortilla chip, if that's a flavor. Original. And also queso, which is chizo, which is very good. Matt to the money says he's been buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right on. Happy Father's Day. Thanks, Chicken Charlie. If you get premium, there are no ads. You got premium? I ain't paying YouTube. I need YouTube to pay me. Obsessed with tortilla chips and nachos didn't make the poll. Oh, yeah, nachos didn't make the poll. You only get 4. You only get 4 choices on the dang poll. They need to expand that to like 10. But yeah, I do like some good nachos too. That was some jump in dividend for Quirmy. Yeah, that was, well, it was also a big, ugly mess in for last month. So anything above that is a jump. Real fathers do not see cheap Bitcoin and not buy any. Okay. We are up at $5.25 a gallon. Last time I ventured out. Last time you ventured out. You don't venture out much, huh? I venture out every day, and I pass by that thing, and I'm like, they're like, I think they're resisting the urge to go to $6 to have a 6 there. Well, there are most gas stations here, like the majors, are well above 6. You know, the Chevrons, the Shells, the Exxon Mobil's, they're well above 6. But the budget brands like Valero, Arco, Sinclair, they're all $5.99, $5.99.9. I think you can get a Costco at $5.95. Nick's for me. Howdy, folks. Howdy doody time. Happy Father's Day to the dads. Going Green Mom says, yes, I have some ties, but they are half deconstructed to make a skirt I wouldn't wear now. Yeah, I think I had one tie. I don't even know why I had it. Oh, I know why I had it. I was one day a week, I was a kind of like a key carrier manager type thing at Walmart when I was younger. So I had one tie that I kept tied because I really didn't know how to tie it. What kind of salsa do you recommend? Homemade if you can get it. Other than that, I don't know, babe. You got any answers?
We don't buy store-bought salsa, but you do.
I buy store-bought salsa once in a while, but actually I was talking about the On the Border chips. They actually also have a On the Border salsa, which I actually really liked. But I haven't seen it in a while. You know how the Sam's Club and Costco have it, you know, they'll have it for a little while and then, you know, it'll be gone. So I was like, they're closed for Father's Day. No, they're not closed for Father's Day. Not for fathers. Hearing January 6th now being held responsible for inflation. Spaghetti at the wall, if you ask me. I'm like actually shocked that January 6th is actually a thing. Like there's actually still what are we at? 2 years later? I don't even dang near. And we're still talking about this thing? I mean, I can't believe that those people that are talking about it, investigating it, on trial, whatever the hell they're doing, I can't believe they have nothing better to do with this country than to deal with that. That's a shame. Through last bag I got had lime in it. That was a bit weird. Yeah, there was a tortilla chip that was a hint of lime. It had a hint of lime in it. I actually liked it. Like a little powdery lime flavor. My Mara holdings are turning into Hail Marys at this point. Mara. What is that? Is that the Bitcoin associated thingamabob? Mara. I know it's marathon something. Marathon digital. What is this thing looking like now? $6. Holy cow. Fell from 80 down to 6. Well, at least it can't. Well, I won't say that. I heard last time someone asked, someone said, well, it can't, it dropped 40%. It can't drop another 40. And then the next week it dropped like 30 something. So I won't say that. I'm here for the off chance that Knives starts using knives. She uses knives every day. Yeah, premium family means I don't have kids asking for stuff. There you go. My kids are old. They can pay for their own whatever premium they want. XYLD is best out of all the YLDs. I would probably agree with that. Mike says eggs and bar S hot dogs are still cheapest by ounce food out there for the budget minded. I will definitely agree. I have no issue with bar S hot dogs. Knives, though, she has big issue with bar S hot dogs. It has to be beef. Like, you can't be, just Frank's, right? Because definitely, I mean, in all honesty, all the hot dogs are just, you know, crap. But
I like the better crap.
yeah, Knives likes the better beef crap, like Farmer John beef or something like that. It's not the greatest, but at least it's not a combination of chicken, turkey, and
Balls.
hair and scrap metal and stuff that normal hot dogs are. I grew up on them bar ass hot dogs. Hell, I grew up on chub freaking bologna that you had to cut yourself.
Not me.
Going green mom, my garden is here. My kids' jobs are at the pool, and I order groceries. No venturing needed now. Nice. I like the no venturing, but you do need sun. So, you garden, so I guess you'll get some sun.
What time is Sean go?
He gets off at 7. At Matt Money, I'm out of the stabbing people game. Oh wait, they can be used for other things. That's good to know. Gary says $5.89 for shell in Chicago suburb. Yeah, we're $5.97 here in California, and we're in the cheap area. So definitely if we were in a major like San Francisco, Los Angeles, Sacramento, maybe probably not Sacramento, but definitely Los Angeles, the desert areas, high desert areas down there in the Southern California region and the Bay Area. I'm hearing, $7, $8 out in there. Matt says I'm only here for knives on people. Stone Cold Steve Austin. XYLD is the only yield to drip into recently. I like XYLD. Knife says no bar S. Yeah, I mean, I had no problem with getting the bar S stuff, but it is kind of weird though, because it's like, okay, here's this pack of beef hot dogs that are, it's like $4.99, right, for an 8-pack. But then here's this bar S, says bar S Franks, and it's like 78 cents. It's like, what could there be? Why? How could you sell that cheap? What's in that package? Knife says LMFAO at Matt Money. LMFO. Mike Witten, Lyft or Uber if you had to buy one? Just off the top of my head, I would say Uber, only because I think that's more off the top of my off people's heads, right? Like that's the how am I trying to say it? That's just the thing to say, right? Oh, I'm gonna get my Uber, even if you're calling Lyft, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, what's a good example of that? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like that is the word, right? That's I'm gonna get an Uber. And even though you go on your phone and you order a Lyft, it's still like, okay, that it's, maybe someone here can give me an example of what I'm saying. It's just become the saying. So I would say Uber. Mine just got both first jobs last week. Nice. Money spending plans are in the work, I'm sure. Yeah, they know how to spend that money. They definitely know how to spend that money. Uh, you got to give them some bills so that they they know what to do with that money too. Hit the thumbs up button, peeps. Yeah, peeps. Mike Witten, bar S, don't ask, don't tell. Yes, I agree. I was actually, when I was real small, I was at my neighbor's house and they actually showed me a packet of hot dogs, and the ingredients literally said, um, there was another word and innards. So it was like, it like actually told you what was in there. And there was innards on the package. I haven't been able to find a hot dog package that said innards anymore. Hoover for there you go. Hoover. There you go. Kleenex. Right? That's the word. You go and buy Kleenex. It's like, that's not what they are. Kleenex is a brand name, but everybody knows a Kleenex is a facial tissue, regardless of brand name. So it's just it's a sticky brand name. So I would say Uber is the sticky brand of the ride hailing uh uh companies. I bought 10K of VGENX near the beginning of the year as an energy play. I do not think the narrative has changed, but the stock has been tanking to value similar to what I bought it for. If Matt Money's in here, he could probably give you a little bit more color. But in my opinion, yes, oil can keep climbing, but I think it's more likely to go down than it is to keep going up. I mean, I'm just saying it could keep going up a little bit, but the country is attacking it, right? I mean, you got the administration really attacking that industry, putting real big pressure on them. Even though they're trying to destroy that industry, they're putting pressure on them to try and help us. So it makes no sense, but um, I really think it wouldn't hurt to definitely take profits right now in energy, but That's just my opinion. And I'm no expert. I'm no financial advisor. None of that stuff. Xerox for copies. Bingo. There you go. Boba tapioca tea at Sam's. Real good. Boab. I like tapioca, but a tapioca tea? That seems weird.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at, and you told me to keep on walking.
Really? What was it?
It was in the ice cream section.
Oh, those. The ice creams. Gotcha. Yeah, though I do want to get those, but I don't need those. In the South, all sodas are referred to as Cokes. Yeah. I've heard that. Let's go get a Coke. Yeah. And that's, you can get whatever soda you want. Laugh out loud. Required to save 10%. Son has insurance and a GED to pay for after they have emergency fund saving can be the investment accounts. Yeah, my son's been saving for a car. I'm kind of having him kind of maybe hold off because I also think that used car prices are going to start coming down. I've been looking for cars for him for a couple of months, and I'm starting to notice where previously inventory would last like days. I'm starting to notice certain cars have been in inventory for a long time. Used cars, I'm talking. So they're going to have to pull and get some discounts on those things to move that inventory. Yeah, most of Europe seems to hoover rather than vacuum, and Australia seems to at least half the time too. Hoover. The expensive ones were Kirby's way back then. Kirby vacuum was like that was the door-to-door salesman trying to sell you a Kirby. It was like thousands of dollars in the 80s for a vacuum. Has someone blocked or got rid of that stuff down there?
I thought I did.
Oh, maybe I can still see it, but maybe it's gone. Okay. Demand destruction on oil is coming, coupled with capex and production increases coming down the pipeline. There you go. You only need 2% demand destruction for oil price to drop to 30. See, that's what I'm feeling too. And I didn't even. That's just what I feel. It's like we can only get pushed so far to where I think it's by design, right? Everything's by design, right? Let's push inflation. Let's push inflation until they scream, and then we'll just back it off and make it feel like, we'll have gas at $6 a gallon, and then we'll back it down to $5 to where they're like, $5. That's better than 6, even though I don't know. But relatively though, if I think about it, back in the Obama years, I remember paying mid $4 a gallon, right? And that was what, 14 years ago, something like that. And so here's 14 years later, we're paying, not even 6 yet. So it's probably, if you account for inflation and stuff, it's probably about the same. So, or even cheaper, actually. If you account for inflation, gas today is probably cheaper than it was in 2008 under Obama. Right. But we'll see. Right. So hopefully, we'll see that come back down again and start the cycle all over. Boba, my daughter loves it from the sushi place. Yeah, we have quite a few boba tea places here that I rather enjoy once in a long while. It's been quite a number of whiles since we've had it, huh, babe?
Yeah, I don't like the balls.
You don't like the balls in your mouth?
No.
Oh, damn it. I like those balls in my mouth.
No to balls.
Oil as a commodity or the money of the stocks may now be disconnected. Uh, One cause, a lot of people are rotating out to lock in profits. Yeah, see, that's another thing. That's why I was saying it doesn't hurt to take profits right here. Because it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna come to a point, and then people are not gonna take it no more, and the that demand destruction, like Matt talked about, is gonna happen. They are super dope. They originate from Thailand, I think. Super dope. Boba. My phonetic spelling sucks tonight. Yeah, I think it's just Boba. Yeah, boba. How are your Zillow price drop alerts going there? Um, I'm seeing a little bit locally, but the places like where I want to go to, like Tennessee, Florida, Texas, I'm not seeing them drop. I've seen some actually go up. So that's a nice picture for you that California demand is dropping, and those demands over in everywhere everybody's fleeing is still being stable. Um, but I see here in California a little bit of a drop here and there, not like a ton, uh, but a little bit. So we'll see. I saw a big picture. There's a big billboard on the street, not in front of my house, but a couple streets over on a main street. And said rate was 5.11%. If you think about it, that's really not that bad. But I don't know who's buying all these houses because there's still not very many houses for sale here. Seems kind of odd. And that's the thing. Like, what do you do? Okay, you can sell your house for twice the money you bought it for, in 2008 or wherever. Maybe even three times is what you bought it for from 2008. But where do you go? Right? You can't stay here. you got to go somewhere else. 2 kids, 2 cars, and mom can be a hermit and not venture out. Yeah, that'd be nice. Because I do. I'm like Mr. Uber himself for our house. Um, get my kid a license and a car, and yeah, he can run some errands. Ron says, "Happy Dad's Day." Thank you. Happy Father's Day to you. You can't forget the rainbow vacuums. Yeah, the rainbow. Um, what were the ones we grew up with? Okay, be careful. They were hotel vacuum. My mom, her career was working in hotels, cleaning rooms, and every couple years they'd get brand new vacuums. So we always had uh, those vacuums, but I forget the name of them. They were real. They never broke. Were they Eurekas? Nah, I don't remember. They might have been. Was it?
Eureka must be pretty popular.
I reported, I think knives deleted. Cool. Right on. Soon, all these 4X homes and 2X cars and rents will be repossessed and available for better prices. The wheels are coming off fast. I hope so. I'm hoping it hits the used RV market a little bit. That would be nice. But rents, I don't think rents come down. I really don't think rents come down. That's gonna stick. I think rent is gonna stick. Cars and homes may come down, but I don't think rents come down. There's no rental. There's no supply. Like for here in my town, right? We're the big town. There's hardly any supply. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if well, I think I do know. I think it's because even though I'm still in the affordable area of California, it's expensive, but we are considered extremely cheap compared to San Francisco Bay Area and Los Angeles. So, um, just the reason why I moved here in when did I move here? 1998 or something like that. I moved here for the cheaper cost of living. That's still going on today, right? I moved from the Bay Area to here to save money, and I think that's still happening today. Um, but then I think the next move is I got to move from here to another state. I think if in 1998, was it 98? Yeah, 98. If I would have known about other states and things like that and been a little bit more comfortable, I probably wouldn't have stayed here in California. I probably would have been gone. But just moving, back in the 90s, there was no internet. I mean, I maybe there was, I don't know. Um, but we weren't connected like we are today. And so for me, we grew up in a little, 80,000 population town. And for me to venture out very far, that was like big. So, I moved to, 180 miles away, and that was like, holy crap, man, this is like a big step. Plus, I was only 18, 19 years old. So it felt like I was moving across country and it's only 3 hours away. I believe they did. I think I can still see them here, but I don't think you can see them on live. People are losing jobs and can't afford all the stuff they overpaid for. I'm not hearing about people losing jobs. Um, people, there's a ton. Well, they're all entry level jobs, but there's a ton of entry level jobs available here. Still help wanted signs all over the place. Yes, places here still can't get help. There you go. A lot of colorful thumbs. We needed to raise interest rates in 2009-10 and not wait till Wall Street made its oodles fall cheap money. Uh, yeah. Well, what we really needed to do was not probably take the dollar off the gold standard. That probably really, really hurt. Does it make me a horrible person to not go back and stay in my garden? No, I had no problem. Uh, I was just thinking about this today, like because I was thinking about Father's Day, right? And I was like, I was gonna share, like, what did my father teach me? And I gotta be honest with you. I wish it was. I wish it were. I wish I had something better to report, but you know, me and my father probably shared interest in cars, maybe a little bit. Um, he got me into fishing though, and it wasn't. Funny thing is he didn't get me into fishing to spend time with me. He got me into fishing so that he can spend time with his friends. uh, because he didn't like fishing. So what ended up happening is we'd go hang out at a campground somewhere, and I'd go fishing, and he'd hang out with his friends and drink beer all day. So that's how that ended up working. So otherwise, I probably wouldn't have went. But I'd probably have no problem fishing all day, given nice weather and nice scenery. No balls. If I'm going to have balls exploding in my mouth, it is going to be blueberries and cherries I use in place of ice cubes for my water. Ooh, that sounds good, actually. Bush Sr., I believe, had the highest gas prices, or maybe when we sided with Israel in the Yom Kippur War. I have no idea. I just remember it was Obama that I was paying a whole bunch of money for gas. If you got a sign cash secured puts and it's dropped 25% below the strike, do you wait to sell a covered call or bail altogether for next 12 months? Why 12 months? If you got a sign cash secured put and it's dropped 25% below the strike, if you can get some premium out of it, get some premium out of it. But are you talking about selling the stock too for a loss? Cutco knives were a door-to-door thing too, and it's encyclopedias. Man, my encyclopedias are probably worth some money now. If you got books like that, you may want to hold on to them. The books might be worth some money someday because there ain't many books, you know, of that era, like history type or factual type stuff. Those things might be worth some money someday, but they're trying to be destroyed, I'm sure. Rocket or Mora at 15 strike, for example. Well, I saw Mara was at $6. If you're at 15 strike, I mean, there ain't nothing on Rocket or Mara. There ain't nothing you can do about that. Happy Juneteenth. Eureka was a vacuum. Yeah, it was a vacuum, but there was a specific vacuum that was very popular in the hotel industry, and I don't believe it was Eureka. I don't remember. Cutco knives is a pyramid scheme. A lot of those things were those door-to-door sales of vitamins and different. I almost got into one back in 98-ish, 98, 99. What was it called? Equinox, I think it was called way back then. It was like hair, body care products and stuff like that. A famous person stayed at our hotel. Wow. Hoover closed out of Ohio and moved to China. Yeah, like who hasn't? Hurricane season is here. Does FEMA do fires too? If you want RVs to go down, hope for nothing major in the hurricane areas. Yeah, I don't know. Does FEMA do fires too? I think they do. I do believe they do. I was looking at because I was thinking about fishing, so I was looking at the lakes here around here, and I was like, "Holy cow, how horrible the levels are!" And I started looking at I mean, all of West Coast, all of the Western United States is pretty tough. Except, like I mentioned this, except for probably the Pacific Northwest. California, the water, the lakes, the reservoirs, all about 40% capacity. That's not very much. It's going to be interesting how if California doesn't start dealing with trying to get some ocean water, what do they call it, desalinated? Uh, this western part of America could be in shambles. Everything we're gonna have, like I think I mentioned it before, there might be a mass migration to the Midwest and the South and all that. Can you throw me a wrench? How do I do that? Can I do that? Oh, wait. Let me try it from the page here. Maybe I did. Did that work? Good evening. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Gary. This last batch is still here. Are you calling them a batch, or you mean like a batch, like in a stable, non-investment Wall Street bias economy, interest rates would be set at 4 to 5%, never lower than 4. Yeah, I think that's what they're going for, is about 4 to 5%. Nixon took it. Yes, Nixon did. Correct. Help wanted signs everywhere here in Connecticut, and college grads are getting good offers. We have a bunch of good schools here. Yeah, I see help wanted signs everywhere. What I also noticed, though, because I have a couple of kids, they're both in the restaurant, fast food-ish or quick serve. Hold on. Was I not interested? Knives just texted me. Was I not interested in my famous person? Who was the famous person? Hopefully that sparks you into telling. Work ethic is absolutely crazy, horrible. Because there's no standards needed for these, even these entry level jobs. There's no standards, and they just need bodies. They just need a body there. They don't care whether you work good or not, whether you perform the job. You don't even have to perform the job. It's kind of crazy. Where did all the jobs come from? People dying or quitting. They never came back from the forced shutdowns. So they never really recovered from that. My father made me promise not to smoke. His dad died from smoking. So did his brothers. Yeah, my father never made me promise anything, I don't think. So I think my dad smoked when he was in Vietnam. I think probably everybody in Vietnam probably smoked. My mom smoked. That's where I started. This was back in the early 80s. Mom smoked in the house, and she used to keep her cigarettes in the freezer. She'd buy them by the carton. So we started off just smoking her little cigarette butts, and then we graduated into taking a whole pack. Here it is, everyone wanting RVs. No point in killing yourself at a trailer factory if fast food pays $15 an hour. Yeah. I'd rather be at the trailer factory. That's me. I've never worked food service ever in my life. I have worked in factories, though. YouTube side, click I did it. Hopefully that worked. Water wars are real, but the stocks do nothing. Yeah, water wars is real. 40% capacity in our reservoirs, and the farmers are sucking up the aquifers underground. So you're starting to see infrastructure collapsing and stuff like that because we're just drying up the underground water. So it's not good. Yep, it worked right on. Yep, I meant batch, but that would have been funny. All of Israel potable water goes from their desalination plants, which are considered the best diesel tech in the world. Yeah, hopefully they can figure it out. Crazy thing is, though, is they need energy to do the desalination, and the fact that California hates fossil fuels and all this stuff and hates oil and wants to get rid of they postponed their last nuclear plant. I don't know how they're going to get the energy to do that, and charge everybody's electric car, and et cetera, et cetera. The hiring impacts will happen in higher income jobs. High demand for low income jobs will remain. So maybe you'll need 2 low income jobs. Drive safe knives, but we want to know who. Oh, there you go. The job openings are for 2 reasons. Number 1, the economy is very good and COVID caused many to retire. COVID caused many to lose their ass a lot. And they never recovered. I remember going into Boston Market, and I couldn't even be mad. Like, it was like a long ass line, took like 45 minutes to get my order, but there was literally 2 people working there. And I was like, they need at least double the staff that they have, and they just don't have it. They just don't have it. So what ends up happening is quality suffers. And yeah, last time that was the time before, it was busy as hell, and they didn't have enough staff. And then the very last time, which was just a couple months ago, we went in, and they actually had the staff. They had like 3 or 4 staff there, and absolutely 0 customers, and the quality of the food was crap. So very strange. I think Boston Market is on the chopping block. Bought my first house in 1976, and interest rate was 9%. Yeah, my neighbor behind me is one of the original owners here, one of the original buyers, and that's right around the time, late 70s, roughly, is when these houses were built, and their house payment was like $70 or something like that. I'm like, damn it. Can I get some of that? Going green mom. I'm actually assuming trailer factories are still compensating because fast food is still super short too, but I'm not seeing huge higher on bonuses quite as much now. Welders are still 3K and up bonus. Yeah, it was odd. Out here, Burger King was giving up hiring bonuses. I'm like, what? That was amazing. I think In-N-Out Burger and Chick-fil-A, starting wage here is like $17 an hour. And they have big fat help wanted signs on their windows and stuff. So, but when a 1-bedroom apartment costs you, 1,300-1,400 bucks a month, what do you do? And this is considered the cheap area. You need oil to produce power for desal plants. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. How does California navigate that? And our reservoirs are at 100%, and the rest flows into Long Island Sound, but you can't move water 3,000 miles west. Very true. You can't. Well, you can. You can. We get Colorado River way out here to what? Arizona? So that's a good chunk of movement there. We move water from top of California all the way down to Southern California. That's a big move. Though it's not 3,000 miles. I get it. U.S. invests 0 in desal, not as much energy. Actually, Americans just want crap for free. Not as much energy, actually. So you're saying it takes less energy to desalinate than it does to what? I don't understand there. But they want to pay for water too. Quit buying bottled water. Tell Nestle to relocate. Where'd Nestle go? Oh, Nestle's like European, isn't it? The economy is not very good. People are acting like it is, though. Unemployment is low. People are still driving like a bat out of hell. Like they can just burn up gas like it's unlimited. So apparently they can afford it. So I think that's what they mean is I think people act like everything's okay. True dat above. It depends on where you live if economy is good. This is true. Taco Bell had a 1K sign on with 15 an hour at one point. Yeah. Like my oldest son is in like quick serve type of a restaurant, not fast food, but quick serve. There is a difference. And he was telling me about a worker that just don't give a damn. Like they have this attitude like, you can't tell me crap. Like, go ahead, fire me. They'll just get on unemployment. They really don't care. Some states are doing much better than others. Absolutely. Learned last night Navy ships move to reverse osmosis instead of diesel plants on ships. Still takes power, but maybe they could use some wave power. Wave power would be interesting if they could get that happening. Diesel. I said diesel. Desal plants. That sounds so fancy. Reverse osmosis. I don't know, but they bottle water out on the West Coast, including from reservoirs that are having issue. All the reservoirs here in California are having issues. All of them. 40% down. That's, there was some scare article out there that some NASA scientist said California's going to run out of water in a year. But I think he said that before and it didn't happen. So, it's definitely in bad shape. It's in very bad shape. And, I just don't know how it works, how it ends up working. You're going to have to, agriculture is just going to have to leave. That's just kind of, it's kind of how I see it. Right. They're going to have to go move somewhere where there's water. You can't be a farmer without water. It doesn't work. If you have a desal system, could you sell the salt? I could imagine so. Why not? That's interesting. Sea salt. Is that where sea salt comes from? Thoughts on the new market scraper in the building. Thoughts on the new foreign war spending bill. Hell, we have a new foreign war spending bill. If we do have a spending bill, I hope it gets disapproved. That's for dang sure. There is no reason for us to be spending any money on foreign wars. Zero reason. I have no, I don't care what other countries are up to. There's no reason for us to spend money on a foreign war. Zero. All that Mississippi River going into the ocean, big payday if you pump it over the Continental Divide and into California, but permits upon permits probably get in the way. All the regulation, red tape crap, and then California is going to put some stipulation on it that we need an environmental study to make sure that it doesn't affect some microbial fish that doesn't exist. And that'll take years upon years and millions and millions and millions of dollars of studies, and it's stupid. It's just, California's just stupid. That's essentially what it comes down to. Any new option stocks? I need a new one to play with. No, there's nothing. I'm actually on hold. I got plenty of option premium cooking. I haven't even made my video. I might do it after this, or I might make it Monday morning. I don't know. There ain't much I can say. I haven't done much, but I really don't need to be adding more options trades. I'll probably just be managing the ones I got. Well, pink salt is mined, even though it is a type of sea salt. Not sure on the gray kind. Mined. Where's it mined from? From the Himalayas, right? It's the Himalayan pink sea salt, pink salt or something like that. What's the outlook for this week? Need a huge Tuesday for divs. I don't know, because I don't remember how we closed Friday. Do you remember how we closed Friday? Oh, we closed up on Friday. That's a good sign, but it kind of dipped at the end of the day, which is not a good sign. Didn't close strongly, so we'll see. I'm looking for people to start buying. That's what I'm looking for. It's gonna happen sooner or later, right? I mean, the S&P, what is it again? Year to date, 23%. It can probably go down to, down to 30% and probably be okay, which would probably be, what is that on the SPY? Like 340, something like that. Y'all got humidity? No, we don't. Not really. Don't they have nets to harvest water in Africa or South America or something to harvest water from the air? That's interesting. Y'all can get that on the East Coast for sure, on the South in Florida and all that. But we really don't have humidity here. I can feel it. Like, we'll have like a day where it's like 45% humidity, and I'd be like, oh God, this humidity. But then I'll look up where my friend stays in Florida, and it's like 85%. I'm like, oh crap. What do you think of Bros, the stock and the stores? I love it. I think long term they're going to be absolute winners. Their growth might be a little limited here with the expense of borrowing capital, but yeah, I've always liked Bros, and I will continue to buy Bro. Well, I haven't even bought it yet, but I will buy some Bros, bro. Mountains, LOL, but Redman real salt, I think, is mined in Utah or Nevada. It is also pink, but not from the Himalayas. Do they have mountains there in the Himalayas? Oh, I honestly don't even know where that's at. The bottom is in on 50% of the stocks, but which ones? I've said it all along. I like Intel right here, but I don't know. I think Intel might end up becoming like the IBM, right? But holy cow, man. $37 for Intel, 6 PE, almost a 4% yield for the biggest chip maker in the world. That's kind of wild. What do they look like on Invis? Earnings per share next 5 years, slow growth, like 3%, but we know that they've been investing, so but it's kind of crazy. I think you can look at a lot of tech stocks. Tech is going to, as usual, uh, ride probably this market up once it turns. What do we have for earnings? FedEx had a huge, they raised their dividend and freaking jumped like 20% or some crap. I'm like, holy crap. They bid that thing up for a quarter or whatever it was. We got some interesting ones coming next week. Accenture, which is information technology. One that probably would be interesting is the home construction. Some of those stocks are going to be reporting next week. You have Lennar reporting. You have KB Homes, the old Kaufman and Broad, is reporting. So that should be interesting to see what the housing stocks are doing. Laugh out loud. We don't need the water. The video I saw, it was only semi-arid. We don't need no stinking water. Where you have humidity, you have water and do not need to harvest it. Dutch Bros for Life get their 911 mafia style. Oh, I've had the 9. Oh man, that thing is strong. 911. No, in Utah and Nevada. Oh, okay. Yeah, they have mountains in Utah and Nevada. I was like, how would I know about the Himalayas? I've been hearing the bottom is in for 2 months now. Yeah, you'll probably hear it for another month or two. Eventually, you're going to be right. Look, eventually, bulls are going to be right. Eventually, bears are going to be right. Thing is, bears are going to be right more often than bulls. So that's one thing. What happened with Intel and Mobileye? I don't know. Is that what caused it? I don't pay attention to the news very much, but is that what caused the drop? Let's see if I can see some quick news about it. Da 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 da. Yeah, I don't see anything. Last I saw was I don't see anything. What did it say? Is there something on FinViz? Because a lot of times there's some hidden news. Yeah, I don't see anything. Wish I knew. Cash secured put on iSerg looks juicy 12 months out. Leap at the money. Sheesh. 12 months out? That's a long way out there, Mike. Good night. Good night, Stone Cold. I don't think it caused the drop. Should be bullish, I would think. Yeah, I would think so too. I think just general, tech stock sell off is really where it's at. What is it he's saying? Fair price for Intel's $30. Like, when's the last time it was $30? Let's see. 2018, 17? No, 2000 and no. Holy cow. When's the last time it was $30? Got to go back to 2016. I think 35 would be freaking crazy. I think 30 would be even crazier. Yeah, everything has. I mean, we're going to reprice. You have to reprice everything, but you might be right, though, because forward PE on it is about 10. So if we want to say that a 6 is normal, then it needs to come down probably to where you're saying. But I don't know if I really don't want to say that 6 is a normal PE. The 5-year average PE for Intel is 13. So its forward PE is at 10. So that would suggest it needs to go up. But, we never know. COVID did have a side effect. Even if you're a no vac person, it made us all pessimistic. Any day now, the market will turn up. I guess I am pessimistic in certain things. Like, I have like zero confidence in our government now. I never really had a bunch of confidence in the government. But I have like, if there was a way to have negative confidence, I'd have negative confidence at this point. And I'm talking about even state and local. I'm not just talking federally. So I'm pessimistic. I'm actually quite pessimistic on the future. And I don't mean that financially or anything like that. I just mean as humanity is concerned. And I don't mean financially, like I said, just overall humanity, morality, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm extremely pessimistic on that. A lot of people say, when do we get back to normal? Like normal, like thinking, feeling. I think it's gone. We're gone. We're gone as far as morality and all that stuff. Just out of curiosity, is the decluttering craze that seemed to really get a boost during the pandemic big enough to cause widespread issues in the economy? Seemed to really get a boost during the pandemic. So you think, are you talking about minimalism? I don't know. People still like their stuff. I don't. Like I really don't want. I don't buy anything. Like I really don't. I'll buy a T-shirt. But as far as like just stuff, like I don't want it. Like like I don't even like cards anymore, like giving cards to people. Like I didn't even want cards for my birthday or anything like that. I mean, they're gonna go in the garbage. So I think that's what you mean. Like if you don't need it, don't buy it. That type of thing. I think that's what you're kind of meaning. And that's kind of what I'm at. Like if I'm not gonna keep it and use it for it and it doesn't have a long lifespan, I don't want to buy it. Who will it be in 24? Booty Judge, Uncle Joe, Kamala, DeSantis, Trump, Bernie, or Beto O'Rourke? Gosh. Um, the Democrats are acting like they don't even want to play. Um, I would be like extremely, extremely shocked if a Democrat won in 2024. It seems like they're just sabotaging themselves. And I don't know. It makes it seem so weird. Like, why are they doing this to themselves? Right. Um, unless unless elections don't matter. If you catch my drift. The government is causing this recession and a market crash on purpose. Absolutely. That's what they want to do. The last 10 years taught us they are all clowns, every one of them. Why only 10? I love doing laundry after 9 p.m. to save energy for the overlords. I do well, Knives does laundry anytime. But yeah, that's California. They're gonna do that. We're already to like 1 day a week watering. Um, voluntary brownouts for electricity. Um, they're gonna make things mandatory eventually. Might not be a country in 24 or perhaps 50 separate countries. That's not going to happen, but I'm just saying, will the country exist? Yes. But the country, like, kind of like we know it, right? Us kind of older folks, the younger people, this is what they know, right? Which is division and everything's just black, white, male, female. It's not about morality and what's right and what's wrong. It doesn't matter. It's all about class division, rich, poor. Um, that's what they've created, and that's what this new generation knows. And I think it was all part of the plan. When is the bottom regarding the slump in morality in government? I mean, it's only gotten worse, especially in the past, year and a half. It's gotten extremely worse as far as morality is concerned. And that's what I mean. There's no morality. They've taken it away. It's all just about class and color and sexual preference. That's all they care about. Whether you want to kill a baby or not. It's weird. It's extremely weird. Um, I don't know. I think we're just gone. We're just gone. I know I get a bunch of thumbs down. I don't care. Uh, Even if people don't go that far, it seems like people in completely unrelated genres are decluttering. Thrift places are backlogged, people not buying, etc. The whole 9 yards. Yeah, I'm definitely not buying. Well, I mean, but we see, I don't know about other people. Like, we're going to, we want to do the RV thing still. So I'm definitely not, even though I'm due, right, to replace my living room couches and our mattress, that type of stuff. We are definitely due. I'm not gonna buy it. Now, if I knew that we weren't gonna do the RV thing, I'd probably replace those things, especially the bed, the mattress. Um, but we've always not been. We've always been sort of minimalist though. We never had, like, I don't have a whole bunch of stuff on the walls. Like this, like you see back here, that's like excess for for us. Hopefully none of the above in 2024. I'd say DeSantis would probably be the best of them all. Because at least you'll have morality back, right? At least you'll have morals back. Um, any of those, the left leaners, the O'Rourke's and Kamala, they're just going to run on racism and rich versus poor, the typical leftist stuff, which is getting very old. And morality down the hill is really, that's their calling card, and that's unfortunate because I wish they had actual issues they can run on as Democrats, classic liberal Democrats. They just don't exist anymore. Elon's 2024. He might. DeSantis would be great. I agree. What did Buttigieg run as? Democrat, I'm sure. You just had Jurassic Park ad. Nice. Maybe the Jurassic Park's going to come back to this world. I think the world is doomed. I know that's not popular, but I believe that we're just going to end up. I don't know how humanity ends, but I think there's going to be another end of humanity, not another. I think there's going to be an end to humanity, and how that looks, I don't know. I don't know how many centuries it's going to take, right? But I'm thinking maybe it's going to be like not being able to reproduce anymore. I'm hoping it's not starvation. I don't really want the whole world to die of starvation, but I just have a feeling it might just be not being able to reproduce anymore for some reason. Must have had to create another email address. I saw Top Gun Maverick yesterday. Great movie. Oh, nice. I haven't been to the movies in a while. That is why I'm not sure if it's just my bubble or not. Yeah, I don't know because I think if I knew that I was going to be in one spot for a long time, I think I would spend some money on some things. But yeah. Elon's 2024 is currently DeSantis. Pick is currently DeSantis. I think he commented on the 2024 election last week. Yeah, I don't know how you go away from DeSantis. I don't think Trump runs. I would hope he doesn't, honestly. Only because he's old. Seriously. We need to get some young people in, younger people running this country, and I think it would be great. Even though DeSantis is a little bit middle aged, but I mean it's better than 80 something. That's what I think. Infertility might very well be. Yeah, I think so. I just I don't know if it's going to be on the woman's side or the men's side. or it's going to be a combination of both, and they just get weaker. The men's little tadpoles get weaker, and the women's egg production gets weaker, and it just becomes harder and harder over the years. That's what I think will happen. I said I was pessimistic, but not financially. I'm optimistic financially. I'm pessimistic on the world. Should women not have choice over their bodies? A huge loss for DeSantis, lost to 50% of the vote. Thoughts? 50%? How 50%? You really think there was 80 million people that voted for Biden? That's what I'm saying. Elections may not even matter. So, and I don't think DeSantis doesn't believe that they should have choice over their bodies. See, we talked about this before. Like, how does that work? How come a man doesn't have a say so either? Right? That's a woman and a man thing. That's a contract, in my opinion. A woman shouldn't have the ultimate right. I think there should be something between a woman and a man when you do what is necessary to make a baby. Then you've entered into you two have almost become one. So you can't just exclude the man. Because you both made that choice. I would honestly pick Grady Judd from Polk County, Florida Sheriff Office. His press conferences are off the chain. Yeah, I've never seen it. I just think it needs to be somebody younger, and it definitely doesn't need to be Biden. Definitely, Trump wouldn't be horrible, but I think it just needs to be someone younger. I think, Trump had his time. I think it needs to be someone that's a little bit more level-headed, and I think DeSantis definitely fits that bill. Seems like a worsening problem, but at the same time, I can see Gen Z being countercultural enough to stay away from the crap and better food, but it seems like compost is being targeted with who knows what right now too, and the chemicals in food don't help fertility issues. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what happens. I think that's what happens. I think it could take centuries, like I said, but I think I saw a report that testosterone levels are down like 50% or something like that, just from a few decades ago or something like that when they started measuring them. I don't know if it's true. Could be some BS crap online, but I think that's a serious thing to think about. Do you really want to live like they do in Florida? Well, what what does that mean? Do they live like horrible lives in Florida? I mean, I got relatives in Florida. I've been to Florida. Um, I don't understand that question there, Carrie. You and Dave still haven't watched Children of Men, the movie. No, I haven't. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to type it in here and try to see if I can find it for free. I don't pay for stuff. We live great in Florida, except now we are being invaded by libtards from the Northeast and the West. I know a lot of people that are going into Florida for sure. Choice to abortion for women. Okay. You know about Grady Judd, absolute legend. Grady Judd was asked once why they shot a cop murderer 102 times. He said, well, it was because they ran out of bullets or they would have shot him more times. That's funny. Rand Paul should run. Could you imagine if he would have won back in, what was it? What was the last, when did he run? Was it 2000 or was it 08? I don't remember. How would have things changed? I'm from Texas and he qualifies as a Texan for me. I take issue with the no off-grid rules in Florida, better than California though. Yeah. I mean, everywhere you go, there's going to be rules that you don't agree with. That's the problem. You got, 50 states to choose from, and that's going to be dependent upon, what you like, what you don't like. Gary D, I guess I'm the they you're referring to that live in Florida. How do you think we live in Florida? I live in a house just like most everyone else. Yeah, I didn't understand that question. Like, yeah. If you are a local or a native, you leave the middle of the day for the tourist. That's generally how we live in Florida. There you go. So the locals come out at night. Let's see. Did I lose anybody? Yep, I lost 2 people. Darn it. Oh well. Got 2 thumbs down, interestingly, too. That's funny because I know plenty Floridians fleeing to northeast dwellings. I guess they're Floridian libtards. Quite possibly. I did see an article that said, I mean, it's just the way it is, right? They moved I think I read the article. It said they moved to the south and they moved, they went back to New York because they couldn't stand uh having morals and stuff, basically. they, they couldn't stand yeah, they just couldn't stand the morality of the South. My company still doesn't want to give us a choice for the jab, and this is an issue with the government as they do contract work for the government. What is choice these days? Really? Oh, we're still talking about the jab? That's still a thing? That's crazy. That is what I'm looking at. Yeah, that is what I'm looking at. Actually, I did hear on the radio like a news flash thing that they approved the jab for toddlers. I don't know. I did say infertility. It might be end of humanity could be by the government. So forcing you to do something like this and, some big mistake happens and there you go. They create some sort of virus so that they can sell more vaccines. And there you go. That could happen. I can't go into the office. That's crazy. Still to this day. I see some job ads every once in a while that are still uh like if you deal with the hospital or something that you need to have um uh the vaccine, and I'm like, are they just rebranding or just refreshing the or renewing the ad from a long time ago, or is it still actually a thing? Gary is obviously liberal and bagging on people from Florida or anywhere not Connecticut. Yeah, that didn't seem right to me. You know, I didn't understand that one at all. Like, do you want to live? Do you want to live like they live in Florida? Like, why not? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Plus a forced return equals problem. Yeah, if it's a forced return and you either do this or you're asked out, yeah, that's a problem. Toddlers, the last study I saw showed them completely in effect after 6 weeks. Yeah, that might have been it. I use toddlers as babies, I guess. But kind of weird. T-Mobile fired people that would not get vaccinated. Those damn Floridians are too ultra mega and they do not wear their masks like good little sheep. Yeah, see, I don't understand. I don't understand the Biden thing. Like, he goes after the MAGA people like crazy. Like, what are you doing? And you want to win in 2024, or you want your party to win in 2024? You want to unite? You want to build back better? I don't know. The whole thing is crazy. What happened to Eminem? Not heard Boston hyped lately. Yeah, I don't know. We scared her off somehow. Probably me. Sorry. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. Sorry, I apologize to all in Florida. I read too many Carl Hassan books. Right on. That name is not familiar to me. I did buy some shelving from two ladies that seemed petrified that Florida was going to be overcome by rising water and we're headed to the mountains. Now that I think about it, that was about 15 years ago, still above water here. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that NASA thing, you can look it up. It says NASA scientist says California will run out of water in 1 year. Scare tactics. That's typically how those things work. And I think he said the same thing. I don't know if it was him, but another NASA scientist said it like 15 years ago, said the same thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they're just trying to get ad revenue or what. Let's see. Best Father Day gift, 58 votes on the poll. 7% of you said a tie. Wonder who that is. 10% of you said a beer. So only about 5.8 of you said a beer. 34% said barbecue. And 48% said a beer and barbecue. Yeah, I'd take both. Like, sheesh, we're getting spammed out here. What's up with that? Don't know. Anyway, let's see. We went through earnings. We don't have nothing going on tomorrow. So hope you enjoy your Monday off if you're off. I think I'm going to go have lunch with probably my youngest son. I think my oldest has to work. And my wife, Knives, to my favorite Italian restaurant. I do that probably every year. Anyone done a study about world is going to end like Florida underwater versus the bears and the market tanking? That would be interesting. I remember when I was in like 3rd, 4th grade, right? Like the world was going to end because of well, they called it global warming back then. None of their predictions ever come true. They just, they get paid though. Good night. Next week we could talk about the garden and options. Yeah, we did that today. Well, we didn't talk about the garden much. Wrench me. I'll wrench you. If you promise to come back next week. That's how you get a wrench. Gator says, hit the thumbs up. Yes, Gator. I just need to quit typing. People get touchy about Florida. For some reason, it's become a political statement. Yeah, Florida has kind of become it's kind of taking over the Texas mentality. Sorry to anybody from Texas, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about. Um, Texas has turned purple, so Florida's right there too. Florida's purple, so it's just trying to get them to one way or the other. So fun stuff this week is Powell speaks to Congress and the House. Great. Laugh out loud. I watered the garden while we talked at first. Nice. I have the power. You got the power. He's got the power. You ever watch Neutral Drop? It's got the leather. Yes, it's because we got something good going on here. We like our freedom and don't want anybody touching it. It's precious. Yeah, it's like Florida's definitely got into the spotlight. A lot more than Texas used to be that spotlight, and now it's its light is a little bit dimmer now than it used to be. I still like Texas. It's on my watch list, obviously. Tennessee is starting to shine bright as well. So, Tennessee used to not have that bright of a light, and now that's starting to be brighter. Florida is becoming brighter. California is becoming dimmer. All that stuff. So, purple is an option. No, not really. But it's when it's 50, it can go either way. 50 red, 50 blue, which is probably fine. That'd be great if every state was that way. You might actually have a fair election in that kind of a sense, but the way things are set up, it's just not going to happen that way. Correct. Just wanted to say hello and goodbye to everyone. Have a happy life. Hey, you too, Ben Dover. Are you not coming back next week? Take care, Ben. Hey, Ben. Ben Dover. That's it, I guess. 35 of you people are watching. Got 32 thumbs up. Got 2 less subscribers. Got 2 thumbs down. Anybody got any last words? If not, I'm going to cut it off. Hope you guys enjoyed your Father's Day if you're a father. Let's see. What does he say here? We need to kidnap Ben and take him to the compound. Oh, wait, there is no compound. Yeah, we need a compound. We need a Tennessee compound. For sure. What freedoms does Florida have that other states don't? Just wondering. I'll let the Floridians chime in. I'll give it a minute for them to chime in. Let's see if they will. So I'd rather have a Floridian actually answer that question than someone like myself. Market Scraper says, have a good week, everyone. Yeah, I hope you do. I almost thought about not doing the Sunday stream and doing it on Monday, but I figure not everybody's going to be off, so I just decided to do it on regular bat channel.
Good one there, John.
Just let me know where we're all moving. Oh, there's my son. Hi. Does he look like me, everybody? I don't think he thinks so. I'm forced to be off tomorrow. Holiday I've never heard of in my 50 years. Yeah, I was shocked that we were off. For sure.
That boy is cute.
That boy is cute. Does he look like me?
No, he's Filipino.
He does. He does take the Filipino look for sure. Great week and stay cool for those looking at another heat wave. It's actually been nice and cool here the past couple of days, but I don't think it's gonna last. We're gonna probably see some hundreds pretty soon. Hi, son. Tomorrow's Juneteenth, new federal holiday.
I thought that was today.
Juneteenth is today, but when it's a federal holiday, they do it on the next day. It's another one of those Democrat things that they pander to. Some will know what I'm talking about. It's to the point of what I was making before, where it's all about black, white, poor, rich. That's all that really matters. So same here. We were back to 95 by Tuesday here. Yeah, I think we got some 101s and 102s coming up soon. Good looking kid. Yeah, I'd agree. Ask the politicians that came down here in the droves while they were limiting the freedoms in their own states. I will start with Ocasio-Cortez. You can fill in the rest. That is true. They definitely lauded and for sure, pushed their own states, mask up or you're a racist, mask up, or you're a murderer, mask up, or you're this or that. But those same politicians went down to freaking Florida and partied it up without masks on. So, that's the way it goes. Two-faced as usual. You don't have to wonder anymore now. But yeah, that's very true. Florida was the last ones that just didn't shut everybody down and ruin people's lives while other states did. And there's no real evidence saying that the states that did ruin people's lives saved any. Just kind of like how there's really no evidence that the vaccine works. But that's subject for probably another YouTube channel. So I'm going to leave it there. Hit the thumbs down button twice. And you guys have a great week. I'm going to go and I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably go have a snack.
I'll smack you.
You're going to smack me? That ain't even cool. Indiana kind of just said one thing and said they wouldn't enforce it anyway. Yeah, I think some states kind of went along with the popular ways to go and then didn't do anything. Here's another one for you. The governor of Michigan came down here to visit her relatives in a nursing home here in Florida, but she wouldn't allow people to visit their own family in Michigan. Yeah, two-face as usual. Look at Gavin Newsom. He was the same thing. You shut down. Everybody shut down. Everybody freaking go home, stay home, wear your mask. Except for thee. Except for thee. No, you don't need to continue. Shaking my head. So I'm going to end it with a shake in my head for real this time. You guys have a good one. Market Scraper, expect you here back next week. You guys have a great week. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.